Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Thrax and I'm bringing you all another video. We're back on Black Ops 6. Today we're just going to go ahead and jump into some free-for-all. I'm going to tell you guys a story. So today I'm going to be telling the story about the time that I actually got caught egging people's houses. Kind of started off as like just me and my buddy. I'm not going to name any names throughout this entire video. I mean, we did get caught and we had to like pay back for it, I guess. But regardless, I'm still not going to say names because I don't know if they want to be in the video. My buddy and I, it started off with just kind of like ding-dong ditching, and that kind of got boring pretty quick. I don't know if you guys have ever gone ding-dong ditching. It's fun for sure, but at the time we were looking for a little bit more of like a danger thrill. Started off with a lot of ding-dong ditching, and then kind of escalated to a little bit of TPing, and then we started to get into egging. My buddy and I would make frequent walks to this like grocery store that's around us anyway. We would do it kind of on the weekends whenever we just wanted some snacks or whatever, because you know, at that time Black Ops 2 was out and we were trying to go for some clips. So we go to the store and we're getting like packs of 18 eggs each. So we're literally throwing 36 eggs at houses. And at the time we were like feeling like we were invincible and we were not gonna get caught. So yeah, it's pretty much like middle of like winter, or like the early parts of winter where there's like barely any snow on the ground, but it's like enough to make sure you're careful when you're running. Buddy and I are like just sprinting through the neighborhood. We know this neighborhood like the back of our freaking hands at this point. How many times we've been through just egging or TPing or ding-dong ditching. Like, we've been around the block a couple of times. My buddy and I are feeling a little wild that night. So what we decided to do is, instead of, you know, doing a couple of houses and skipping through and a couple of houses and skipping through, we just decided to go for an entire road of houses, back to back to back to back. End up getting all the way to the end, so we hit like probably 12 to 15 houses, I would say, at one time. So it was probably within the span of 2 to 3 minutes that it would have taken us to jog from one end of the block to the other. Right as soon as we get down to the end of the corner where you can like turn and then go around the rest of the block and go back home, this guy comes out of his house and ends up seeing us at the end of the block, and obviously does like the mental math really quick and realizes that his house got egged and we've got cartons of eggs in our hands. He starts sprinting at us, and I'm not even talking like a normal human sprint. This dude felt like he was part of the Olympics. So knowing that this guy sees us, we don't turn the direction that we need to go to the house. We turn the opposite direction. As soon as we start turning, my buddy slips, falls, and then all of the eggs literally explode all over his shirt and pants. So we've got a brand new problem that if we actually do make it home, we got to make sure he doesn't look like he just got done egging or being egged. This guy's trying to cheat. Yeah, we're running away from this guy for what feels like an hour. Finally get to a point where we feel a little bit safe. My buddy's completely hidden under somebody's deck, and I'm like trying to hide in the trees. Trying to find a hiding spot at that point in time was just the most stressful thing, because we're getting chased by an Olympian, and then apparently he's got eyes of an absolute hawk. We're finally hidden enough and the guy doesn't see us. He was chasing after us for probably a solid, like I said, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and then we finally like got away from him. So we ended up getting home, got in before like my parents could see that there was any like obvious signs of us doing anything. AKA him having eggs exploded from literally his kneecaps all the way up to his elbows. My idea was that, oh hey, you know, don't go back to that part of the neighborhood. I then invited a couple of other friends over another weekend. So it was me and like a group of 3 other people. So we're all walking around with probably 18 eggs apiece. So you go ahead and do the math. It's a solid 72 eggs here. I thought this was kind of smart, but we didn't go back to the same portion of the neighborhood that we did that first time where we got caught. We went to a brand new side of the neighborhood. But the only thing is, we had a couple of friends that ended up living on that side of the neighborhood. We had to make a choice of whether or not we were actually going to start pelting their houses with eggs too, just to make sure that our asses were covered. Now, I should preface this too. This neighborhood isn't really like filled with kids. Once you dwindle down the numbers, there's probably like 20 kids tops, and this is a pretty damn big neighborhood too. So we ended up getting our friends' houses too, because we thought, you know, this might actually cover our asses a little bit more. In the grand scheme of things, it actually didn't help us out because we did get caught. There was a time where we ended up hitting our friend's house. As soon as we started throwing them, his dad started walking outside to take the trash out. So literally as soon as eggs hit the house, he was already outside, saw there was a group of kids that did it, recognized me, and then we started running. So obviously at that point, he knew that we did that. So his dad ends up getting into a truck and chasing us. He knows where I live anyway, so it's like we really didn't have a place to go. He knows that the other people that I was with didn't live in that same neighborhood, so obviously we were all going back to my place. And then my parents at the time, what they did for my punishment, or for our punishment, was make us literally go back to every single house that we hit throughout the night, which is highly humiliating, and knock on their door to apologize. It took us probably an hour and a half to go through every single house. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I've got a lot of stories like this, so please let me know if you guys like these videos, and I will continuously make these. On a separate note, I actually hit a shot, so I'm actually pretty excited. And here, I'll go ahead and show you guys that right now.
Enemy's gone. You got lucky. That sloppy shit won't cut it forever.
But yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.